the most famous deity in the mythos that the great H.P. Lovecraft made, the very thing that the mythos itself is named after, the Old One who sleeps in the sunken city of R'lyeh, the great high priest of the great Old Ones, Cthulhu. Today we're going to be looking at information on this great Old One so that people who are new to the mythos can better understand his terrible existence. That, however, doesn't mean that people who are well versed in the mythos cannot enjoy this as well. Knowledge is power, after all. Description: Cthulhu is often depicted as a massive being who stands higher than most skyscrapers. His appearance is of a human, an octopus, and a dragon combined into one awful being. He is usually seen as green and having red eyes. Cthulhu also has massive wings. Cthulhu is one of the few creations of Lovecraft that usually stay in one recognizable form. Due to this fact, there's quite a lot of decorations and other memorabilia made in his image. Info: Cthulhu is a deity in the H.P. Lovecraft mythos, otherwise known as the Cthulhu mythos. Great Old Ones are not all-powerful gods, as like some of the other entities in Lovecraft's works, like the Elder Gods or the Outer Gods. Still, in the eyes of mortal men, these beings are terrifying and godlike. Cthulhu and his kind arrived on Earth billions of years ago while searching for a new home after leaving the green binary star of Zoth. When he landed, he found the planet was claimed by a species known as the Elder Things. A war broke out between the star spawn of Cthulhu and the Elder Things. Eventually peace, though uneasy, came to pass. Each faction claimed part of the world as their own. During the time of peace, Cthulhu constructed the city of R'lyeh, a place comprised of structures that were so complex that a human mind could not be able to begin to fathom them. The stars changed, however, and this caused the great Old Ones to fall into a deep slumber, and him and a majority of the star spawn sank to the bottom of the ocean along with R'lyeh. The Elder Things vanished, and their Shoggoth slaves gained sentience and rebelled. The leftover experiments of the Elder Things took control of the planet, aka humans, and Cthulhu and the other Old Ones were lost to history. Now there are only cults worshipping Cthulhu, hoping that one day the stars will align and Cthulhu will rise from the depths. Cthulhu's cultists often find ways to try and make him wake up prematurely from his slumber. Often these come in the form of rituals. Cthulhu, although sleeping, is still very active in the world. He often speaks to creative types of the human race and turns them to insanity or to becoming a cultist, sometimes both. Powers and abilities. Cthulhu has unholy strength. He has the potential to destroy cities just with brute force. He is nearly invulnerable and very hard to harm. As I stated in his description, he also has gigantic wings he can fly with. Cthulhu's main ability is to warp the minds of humans and other beings. He can drive an average man to such levels of insanity that mental disorders such as schizophrenia and dementia seem like the common cold. Cthulhu is immortal. If you did manage to destroy his physical form, he would just reconstruct his body. It is stated in the Call of Cthulhu RPG FAQ that if you nuked Cthulhu, he would just reform 15 minutes later, but radioactive. There are ways to make Cthulhu immobile, or less powerful, though this would mean the use of eldritch symbols and keeping him asleep in R'lyeh by disrupting rituals. Banishing him by some means would also suffice, but imprisonment is a better route to take in the case of making him less of a threat. Cthulhu can also use a powerful form of telepathy. He can talk to anybody on Earth, and possibly anybody in space. He could also twist your mind like Plato and use you as a human sacrifice, but that's just a suggestion. Cthulhu can also warp reality. Cthulhu literally created R'lyeh out of nowhere. Cthulhu is also a ridiculously adept spellcaster, but this basically goes for all Old Ones and things of that nature. On a side note, if you look at Cthulhu and you so happen to be a mortal being, you will go insane. He isn't also really made of matter. We don't know what he's made of, but he doesn't bleed, and he understands the universe and magic infinitely better than us. He is one of the most terrifying things in literature and things in general. So that was my brief outline on Cthulhu. If you liked this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more content from me, subscribe. I do know that I'm going to make more of these on anything in the Cthulhu mythos and possibly other things, but I know that I'm also going to be doing some Let's Plays, so if you want to see any of that, stick around, and thanks for watching.